celebrity thing is really incredibly frustrating to me because this is an inside joke between my friends and I that Tati has also participated in, and she twisted this to be something far worse than what it is. A few minutes into the conversation, I asked him about his sexuality, and he told me straight up that he was bisexual.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay.
There was no straight men being manipulated anywhere in the story like Tati mentioned. For the Met Gala, I got this text from Jefree. Concerned but mostly really confused, I reached out to him about meeting together in private in hopes to speak together and figure out the misunderstanding, but he didn't reply.
On his channel and really do heavy endorsement was because he has a teenage audience and it would just be inappropriate.
Now, this line was just confusing to me mostly because this conversation never actually happened. Hurtful things Tati did in her video was bring up my mom and question her parenting.
None of that pisses me off. What pisses me off with my chest is Jeffree Star's messages. The manipulative shit that he is sending him. A 19-year-old damn boy, this has pissed me off. This needs to be done because James has dragged and exposed the misleading, abusive, compulsive, lying bullshit, not only from Jefree Star, but also Tati. I did have something in my gut saying that her video was a bit manipulative, but obviously we're going off what she was saying at first, and now he has come with receipts, whereas Tati had misleading receipts. And the fact that she lied about never getting a text prior. She lied about him saying that this particular person, you've tried to convert a straight man into this, but that Sam clearly said he is bisexual. And he showed receipts for that. So he isn't straight. And Tati apparently knew this. And she was inside the joke. Because Jeffree's saying that Shane Dawson has said that he's been talking bad behind his back when James Charles hasn't met him for 6 months. So this all seems to be like a plan to ploy on this kid. Wow. I can't. I'm actually dead. So James Charles drags and exposes Jefree Star and Tati for their manipulative, scheming ways. This video is just quite shocking. Hey guys, it's Morali. Hope you guys are doing well today, this afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you guys are from. James Charles has released a video entitled No More Lies, and he really just professes with receipts and factual information about how manipulative Jefree Star is, and especially Tati with her misleading lies in her Bi-Sister video. I didn't expect James Charles to come up with a video so soon, but apparently he has been really willing to do this, and the way he has constructed this video is very direct, which I do appreciate because we don't really get that from him because he normally is in a jovial kind of funny, jokey, non-serious manner. This particular video definitely does carry some weight because of the receipts he has. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Do click that button. I do upload consistent daily videos every single day. And please follow me on my Instagram, Murad_Morali, if you guys want to. I'm fasting from sunrise to sunset, and sunset has now arrived. It is 8:51 p.m. in London. Yeah. Makes you just appreciate food and water so much, and a date as well, obviously. Now, without further ado, let's dissect and analyze this whole 41-minute video. Now, what he does is he speaks about and appreciates the acknowledgement that Tati and Jefree Star have in terms of their recent videos and their recent Snapchat stories about how they're talking about how much stress this can have on James Charles as an individual, as a person. And note that James Charles does include the suicide hotline in his bio, and he does also include other important hotlines as well, which I feel like was an important situation to do in terms of putting any information that could add some credibility to what you're going through. And he really is appreciative of that, and he thanks them. So I thought, this could be a positive tone message. And he also, what he carries on to do is, I'm going to just give you like a rough overview because that 41-minute video can be quite long for a lot of people. So we're just going to get quickly into it and describe this within 10 minutes. He also apologizes about the instantaneous type of behavior, let's just say, of him wanting to message boys into their DMs. A lot of people go into people's DMs, but sometimes when you're a famous person and you keep doing it and you're well known as well, it can be misperceived in different ways, and the narratives can definitely form. And I feel like that's exactly what was happening. Well, we had narratives forming because he was jumping in everybody's DMs, and therefore all these boys make several YouTube videos over it as well. And he explains that he won't be doing that again. It was just innocence. There was no malice behind it. And I kind of understand where he's coming from, because anybody who just goes into people's DMs, it's an everyday occurrence. But because he's somebody that's quite well known, people will spin narratives for their own enjoyment. So I feel like he was glad to do that as well. He then dives deep into this whole Sam story. The Sam was the waiter who made his own video and speaks out about the entire situation. And he shows receipts and conversations of Sam messaging him after the video, 9 missed calls, saying he's going to fix everything, that he apologizes for it. So why are you going to put a video out with your chest exposing James Charles, and then for some unknown reason you're miscalling this person, you're apologizing, you say you're going to fix things? And again, what this links into and ties into is the misleading information that Tati made. Tati said in her first Bysister video that James Charles said, because I'm famous, I'm a celebrity, he can get whoever he wants. And I obviously expressed how I became manipulative and scary and annoying. But what he also addressed and receipts was that saying the word I'm famous is something that a lot of them do behind the scenes. Showed all the screenshots of everybody saying it, all these celebrities, how they're all doing it, some inside joke. So what Tati has done is she's turned this inside joke into making James Charles using his money, power, fame to get people, and therefore making him come across as very manipulative. And I did say that post quite a few videos that Tati does come across a bit weird. Her body language is somewhat, worrying, I would say. Some people say it was Botox, but I really don't know. And look what we have here. James Charles expressing with receipts that Tati is being misleading completely. And also what James has said is that prior to Tati's video, James tried to reach out to her privately several times.
Throughout the next several hours, I made countless attempts to text both Tati and her husband James, and many phone calls as well, trying to reach them, all of which they did not respond to. And later on that night, while sitting in my hotel in San Francisco, because I could not reach Tati, I issued a public apology directly on my Instagram because I really wanted to make sure she saw that I was sorry, and I wanted to end the situation by taking full responsibility for my actions. Over the next several days, I made countless attempts to contact both Tati and her husband James on all their different phone numbers. I texted and called Tati's business number, her family number, and also James's personal phone number as well. After a full entire week of trying to reach out and handle things in private with Tati and her husband James and getting no response.
Not only her, but her husband as well, and she did not reply at all to any of that. What she instead decided to do was cry on an Instagram story, a big stupid woman to go cry on an Instagram story, and then obviously he had to put a public apology because she was not replying before. The reason why this really pisses me off and irritates me is because we're getting direct factual information from this guy showing that he attempted to try and fix the situation privately. So what we are seeing here is this person ends up being more mature, a 19-year-old, than somebody who's reaching their 40s. Somebody who decided to go do public humiliation for no reason when this person was trying to make amends with you privately several different times, several different messages after messages. Sorry, let's talk. If you are so much of a close friend and a mentor, Tati, as you expressed to be, why have you decided to take that publicly? Was this your plan all along? Like, really and truly, the reason why opinions can now quickly sway to James's side is because he's coming with facts, receipts, information. What Tati apparently was coming with was edited out receipts to favour her narrative. So I feel like that was shocking as well. And the whole Sugar Bear stuff, he also expressed that was on the jump, it was quick, and Tati said that he never messaged him, never got a call, but James Charles did message prior as well, and obviously that was shocking to me because that was a blatant lie by Tati, and the manipulativeness is shocking. My only issue with James Charles' video, this one here, is why didn't he come out with this one sooner? If he had hit her back quickly, he wouldn't have lost that many subscribers, but I feel like because he was abroad, he wanted to get back into his own space to kind of get this going. Furthermore, he does express that everybody's talking about how his tour got cancelled, he can't sell any seats, any tickets, and then he addresses that his tour is completely sold out, that he has sold everything. All of these are just lies, narratives, false narratives, and what we can see here is he's showing receipts supporting Tati. He was showing receipts of holding things up, saying in different clips, giving out promotion, constantly promoting it. So this narrative that Tati's saying that James has never ever promoted my products, we're best friends, he's doing this competitive stuff. I'm so upset that so number one, he's putting out this competitive stuff, but he has, as I was pointing to, has helped to promote your clips, has helped to promote your items. So again, it's like you're falling into trap holes here, and I'm kind of pissed off with James Charles doing this with lateness, because when somebody comes at you, you need to come back quickly, whether it be a diss track, whether it be a video like this. And it's just quite shocking and surprising that she would make this kind of public humiliation, and it has favoured her, but for how long will it favour her, I don't know, because I feel like the formality of a video and the seriousness adds credibility to what she's saying. But, however, James has come with the receipts. But none of this pisses me off. This whole Tati James stuff, I really and truly I think they'll get over it because they have been close friends, hopefully. None of that pisses me off. What pisses me off with my chest is Jefree Star's messages. The manipulative shit that he is sending him. A 19-year-old damn boy, this has pissed me off because look at, this is some disgusting stuff. And he talks about in his Snapchat, like I did yesterday, when I made a video saying how he admitted to being hot-headed and now he's calm.
I received yet another text from Jefree Star. I've already cleared up Sam and our night together being 100% consensual. He was absolutely not trapped in a hotel room. But Jefree also brings up Zach. Zach is his boyfriend Nate's brother, and not only did I not pursue Zach, who identifies as mainly straight, but it was actually Jefree who suggested that I talk to him in the first place.
Hey, Nate's brother is single and mainly straight. Right up your alley.
He's all this, and that was his past. What kind of bullshit? He's like, we definitely need to speak soon. Tati and Shane and a few others told me everything that you've said about me over the last 6 months. I'm heartbroken, disgusted, and so sad to hear everything, but shockingly not surprised. I've only been a great friend to you and never said anything bad about you behind the scenes, which is obviously not the case for you. James replies, let's definitely talk. I do not talk about you behind your back and have not talked to Shane literally now in the last 6 months. Jesus, I appreciate the honesty and don't want to have a problem with you. I respect you a lot and anything you have said will be totally upfront about you. We can discuss like adults. I'll be home tomorrow in LA from 2 to 8 and then if I fly to Australia for a week, if you're available, let's get together in private. And he didn't respond. He's saying, Tati and Shane and a few others told me everything they said about me. And then he says, I haven't talked to Shane literally now in the last half a year. So what we're seeing here is apparently, I feel like they're all concocting this plan to bring him down because obviously he has surpassed all of them and has uprooted himself and they were pretending to be his friend and then now they're shooting him in the foot and he's got all the receipts. Jefree doesn't stop. Are you going to respond to everything or pull a Manny 2.0? When you basically trapped Sam in your hotel room in Seattle and psychologically forced him, were you even there to be saying psychologically forced him to stay and made him feel horrible for their pennies you spent on the room. I knew something was terribly wrong with you. Look at this abusive shit, man. When Zach showed me the Snapchat messages of you trying to force him to like you and then send him photos, it was completely horrifying to see you use the same sentences as a rapist would use. He was so grossed out by behaviour and the way you tried to make him feel bad for not reciprocating the same feelings. Grayson's going on camera shortly. Okay. Like, you got to just to finally tell the world how you tried to molest him and touch him in his sleep and made him uncomfortable for months, you sick motherfucker. Next, Zach will be going on camera to tell how twisted and sick you were, trying to get him to like you, then make him feel bad when he didn't want to send you photos back. Then Sam from Seattle will be joining me and Cameron to talk about you trapping him in the hotel room. You need to be locked in prison for a very long time. You need the internet taken away from you. You are a danger to society. All of this is disgustingly abusive itself. It's horrible, it's manipulative, it's very hot-headed. This person is a grown man talking to somebody who's 19 like this. It's disgusting and I'm so glad that James Charles exposed him because this waste man needs to be just exposed. And then we have this other waste man making this video talking about XYZ.
I love straight boys and make it a joke. Because this behavior is not normal, it's not okay. Cracking someone's sexuality is not an escape room.
First of all, I'm a 19-year-old virgin. I talk about boys quite a lot on my social media networks, and then he told me he was not fully gay, to which I hung up out of frustration. Later on, he texted me saying he was confirmed bi. This is why, in Sam's video, he included a screenshot of me telling him I did not think he was fully straight. This comment had a lot of people really upset and confused as to why I was telling somebody their sexuality, but there's a very simple explanation. Sam and I talked for a very, very long time.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay.
There was no straight men being manipulated anywhere in the story like Tati mentioned.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay.
There was no straight men being manipulated anywhere in the story like Tati mentioned.
When after this video was done, why was he miscalling James saying he's sorry, he's going to clear everything out? Perhaps Jefree was behind him making this video, as he says here, in terms of Sam will be joining me and Cameron. He's obviously concocted something to bring James Charles down. All of this is coming now to fruition. My only irritation, which I keep saying to you, is why is James coming out with this video so damn late? Because the dust is now settling and this bitch has brought it right back motherfucking up. I'm living for these receipts. As you can tell, I'm living for these damn receipts.
So trying to deal with this, I reached out to many of my different friends for advice. There was one night in my kitchen where...
Because who does Jefree think he is? Whether you are sexually assaulting people yourself, whether you're racist, whether you're abusing people like this, you sick motherfucker. Weren't you sick when you were touching people up? Weren't you sick when you were putting out those straight tweets? What's next? Weren't you sick when you were sexually assaulting somebody? But here you are saying that somebody is molesting somebody. Well, you're not molesting somebody, and we have direct footage of that. What irritates me is hypocrisy. This is exactly what we have here, and it's really irritating me from Jefree Star. Jefree Star is obviously concocting a plan. His disgusting verbiage only highlights and reflects and reciprocates the abusive tone that Jefree Star has within himself. To talk to someone like that when they're 19, when you've done if not worse, and it's on video camera, it's just shocking. These receipts are groundbreaking, and I find it glad that he did this. And we also have Zara Larsson. He made a video, he made a tweet, a particular singer, saying that he's jumped into Zara's boyfriend's DMs plethora of times, when really and truly that was also a lie. Not only has James Charles shown us proofread of a receipt, but she also deleted that tweet and then put out another tweet to say, you know what, I'm sorry, it was only once, maybe I should delete that tweet. So if it was only once, why did you put that tweet out in the first place? It had over 500,000 views. The damaging lies piss me off because it makes me irritated that people have the vim, they have the chest, they have the energy to put out these disgusting lies. Now, James Charles isn't completely innocent, obviously. He obviously has gone into people's DMs, doesn't respect boundaries via online, you know, irrespective of whether it's consensual or not, it can be a dicky move. So, you know, he isn't completely innocent suddenly. But neither is this idiot for making this particular video, and then obviously he's now calling them up and everything, and we know probably Jefree put him up to this shit because I wouldn't be surprised. This is just triggering me because Jefree really has pissed me off. Like, he evidently is jealous as hell. Tati's video was missing out so many parts, so misleading, and it's true, coming from somebody's mother, mentioning his mother as well can obviously trigger anybody, and public humiliation is never the right way to do it, and really and truly, because he did not promote, he's promoting a competitive brand in this story, but he's just showing proof of how he's continuously promoted your brand anyway. And he has texted you beforehand when he was going to promote this, but you denied that and said he didn't, but he did, and there are receipts. Like, have I got this all wrong? Or has James just read everyone for filth and dragged them and exposed them? The receipts are everything. Let me know what you guys think about this particular situation. Do comment down below. Comment down below, please. I want to know what all you guys are talking about when it comes to the situation. Do subscribe to my channel. Click that button. Hit that button. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I'll massively appreciate it. And do follow me on my Instagram, as I just said. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video. I didn't expect this to happen. I wanted to just wrap this shit up because I don't really talk about this stuff on my channel. And, you know, I'd more so talk about London-related topics, not really the US, hence why my subscribers won't really be liking these videos. But I thought this needs to be done because James has dragged and exposed the misleading, abusive, compulsive, lying bullshit, not only from Jefree Star, but also Tati. I did have something in my gut saying that her video was a bit manipulative, but obviously we're going off what she was saying at first, and now he has come with receipts, whereas Tati had misleading receipts. And the fact that she lied about never getting a text prior. She lied about him saying that this particular person, you've tried to convert a straight man into this, but that Sam clearly said he is bisexual. And he showed receipts for that. So he isn't straight. And Tati apparently knew this. So, and she was inside the joke. So what I'm seeing here is this is all a plan, I think, that they all plan behind the scenes. Because Jeffree's saying that Shane Dawson has said that he's been talking bad behind his back when James Charles hasn't met him for 6 months. So this all seems to be like a plan to ploy on this kid. Wow. I can't. I'm actually dead.